Hello and welcome to another one-off on the bonus points. Today we're going to be finding out if me or Joe is a robot, I guess. That's sort of what we're doing here with Captcha tests. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah. Do you want to explain? So, do you know what the word Captcha means? Like, that was a thing that I hadn't heard of until relatively recently, but everyone seems to know the term Captcha.
Is it short for something?
I don't know.
Is it like an abbreviation? Or do you know?
No, I just
thought you were going to blow my mind and tell me.
But for people that don't know, do you want to explain just what a Captcha is?
Yeah, like, you know when you buy something online or like you fill in a form online, then it's like, click on all the pictures that have traffic lights, or click on all the pictures that have bicycles or something. And then that way it knows that you're a human, basically, because an AI wouldn't be able to do it. Well, they might be able to soon. Because they're getting smarter every day. So.
I have seen like a video where it's like a robot like clicking the mouse, and it's like, like deal with it, like for like the I'm not a robot tick box, like.
And either of us could be robots.
Yeah. So leave in the comments down below which one of us you think is a robot. We won't be offended because we're artificial intelligence.
So we've made them for each other. We've made 5 each, and it's my understanding that yours are a bit funny, maybe a bit. Oh, I mean, this is a proper quiz. Like, this is a proper test. Okay. But like, not all of them are in there to be difficult and stump you. Some will be easy, but are just a bit of a laugh, aren't they? Like everything here. Like, the priority is on have a laugh, but it'll hopefully be a little bit tricky. I'm always cheeky. I can't help being cheeky. Well, I was thinking, what word would I use to describe what I've done? And I think the word is devilish.
Oh,
mine are really hard. I was like, if yours are cheeky, I need to make mine difficult. So mine are much trickier than yours. I think. Okay. I think I'm going to guess. Would you like to go first, or shall I show you mine?
No, send me one of your devilish ones first, please.
Okay, so this one is quite relevant to a recent podcast episode we've done.
Okay, so select all images of BioShock 2.
Indeed.
BioShock 2. The second BioShock.
Specifically BioShock 2, yes.
Oh, okay. Yours are like... Bro, so I think you've done this much more properly than me. So mine, I haven't like really zoomed in on my images. Like, my images are just like, you can see
mine,
the
they're
thing.
Different. Each one's different. But this one particularly, I thought that these were interesting.
Okay. So number 4, that just doesn't look like BioShock. That actually looks, is that like, I think that's like Oddworld, I think. That looks like that kind of style. Number 7, it looks like it's saying LA, but that might be the beginning of something. Number 8,
Lapland.
That looks like a different art style. That looks almost like Psychonautsy. That looks too stylized, I think. Number 2, I'm thinking maybe like looks a bit more Fallout-y. 1 and 3 both look BioShock, but I don't know if it's BioShock 2 or 1 or whatever. They're set in the same place.
Yeah.
And then 6 and 9, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just gonna go in. So I'm gonna name all of the ones I think are BioShock 2. Okay.
Start from number 1, so then we can.
No, I'm just gonna say the numbers that are 2. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna say 3, 6, 7.
Okay, and you're locked in.
Sure.
You're locked in. Okay. Well, I can first of all reveal to you that these are either pictures of BioShock 2 or one other game.
Oh, so...
And the other game is not even in the same generation as BioShock.
Is it Oddworld?
It's Oddworld.
As
I was playing through BioShock 2, I was like, this is really familiar. I don't know why. And then it dawned on me that it was Oddworld. Like, it really looks
I think I can get it now. So I think Oddworld's 2, 5, 4, and 8. Is that right? Or maybe 9 as well, possibly.
Okay, I can tell you that the BioShock ones are 1, 2, 3, and 7.
Okay.
And all the rest of them are Oddworld.
I'm quite proud that I got that. The little drones.
2 and 7 are the Zelda font. That's why I picked them.
Ah, you're trying.
The Legend of Zelda is the font. Their title is is 2 and 7.
Yeah, you were trying to be cheeky and catch
I was being
me
devilish.
out
I was being devilish. Yeah.
Okay, so how many did I get right? Did you keep track?
I think you got. You didn't get it right.
Okay.
I think you have to get them all right to get it right.
Okay, so I'm a robot apparently, because all robots know BioShock 2. So I thought you were going to trick me and there's going to be BioShock 1 in there, the fact that you specified 2.
No. So I just wanted to be things that you might have seen. That's why I did it.
Okay, right. I'll do this one for you first.
Select all images of Activision games. Okay.
So published or developed by Activision.
Sekiro is Activision, I know that much. Guitar Hero, I think is Activision. I don't even know what that game is in the top right. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's one of those what's it called? The one with the Dishonored, maybe. And I don't know what that... It's like Three Little Pigs.
What do you mean? I thought that was your favourite game.
It's coming up on the pod. You know
I forgot you haven't finished Hollow Knight. The final boss.
It's a twist we didn't see coming. 5, another one I don't recognise. Maybe it's Call of Duty. One of the Call of Duty games, it must be. 6 is like Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know about that. Although, I seem to remember there was a lot of licensed games on the Game Boy from Activision. Same with SpongeBob. And then Rock Band. If Guitar Hero is Rock Band, must be.
Yeah, so the reason I chose Activision is because they're like one of the oldest publishers that have been consistently making loads of games. So I could have like a real big spread of eras, which is why I chose them.
Okay, I'm going to say 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
I think you tried to throw me with 4.
Okay, so the answer is, so it's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of the others.
Rock Band isn't Activision?
So no, so Rock Band's Harmonix. Guitar Hero is Activision now. That one is.
Come on.
That wasn't published by Activision. That's Guitar Hero 2. But I showed the characters in it, and I knew you played a lot of it. I thought you might identify it as a...
You thought I'd identify that as Guitar Hero 2 based on that picture?
Oh, God, I played it so much, I think I could have. Just that character
you
on
still
the
play
right.
It. You still play it. You have it set up at your house.
Yeah, I can. Maybe I thought you'd played it more. So, number 3 and then number 5... So they're one's Battlefield, one's Call of Duty, and so I was kind of making the point, can you tell the difference between Battlefield and Call of Duty?
Oh, right, okay. I thought that yellow diamond was a crosshair. So I was like, it's not...
No, that's like a mark above someone's head. So number 3's Battlefield and number 5's Call of Duty. So they're like two recent ones. Number 4's a game called Oink. I was just looking through really old Activision games. That one just sounded really funny, so I threw that in there. And then they did the SpongeBob and Wreck-It Ralph game.
Yeah. Yeah, they do quite a lot of licensed games, don't they?
Yeah.
Probably still one of the only companies still doing them, really.
Yeah, I mean, not so much now, but certainly back in the day, there was a lot of shovelware. They went for quantity for a strong period.
You were devilish as well.
I'm cheeky. Cheeky's the word I use.
I don't know about cheeky with that. I don't know. Right. Okay, I mean, obviously I'm a robot as well, so this isn't going very well for us proving our humanity.
On Discord, your voice slightly went robotic for a second as you said that. It did! I got proof. I'm capturing your audio. So this is what Ollie sounded like to me at that point.
Okay, I mean, obviously I'm a robot as well.
I thank you.
Okay, right. Next one then.
Select all Pokemon. Oh, God, this is difficult. I'm kind of doing... so that's Voltron number 2, I think. But is that too obvious?
The only thing I'm going to say, because I want to get it off my chest, is I put number 9 in as a joke.
I don't know what it is.
I know, it's funny, right? Look at it.
Can you tell me what it is?
It's from Shin Megami Tensei, which is like another monster capture game, but I was like, that's a funny one.
Right, so I'm going for answer. So number 1, I'm pretty sure that's a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 looks very Pokemon. Number 6 looks Pokemon. And I think number 2's Voltron. Right?
Voltron, isn't that like a robot?
No, is that the bird? No, that's Zapdos.
I don't even know what Voltron is. I don't know what Voltron is.
Wait, have I just invented a Pokemon called Voltron?
Voltron's like a cartoon robot from like 1980, isn't it?
Have I just invented a Pokemon and then been convinced it's a... Jolteon! Jolteon! Is it Jolteon?
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, it was worth a try, wasn't it? We can all be devilish.
It was worth a try.
We're being devilish. Right, okay, I'm just going to go out the gate. I'm not going to waste some time. I'm going to go, I think, 1, 2, 5, 6.
1, 2, 5, 6. Well, I can tell you, you are in fact incorrect. As number 2 is not a Pokemon, it is a Digimon. You idiot!
It looks exactly the same!
You idiot! How could you not tell that was a Digimon?
Is it 156?
It is, 156.
I was doubting that one because it looked so different to the others, but it just looked so similar to it's the Eevee evolution, isn't it? Whatever it is actually called.
I know the one you mean, yeah. But that Digimon stands on 2 legs. So if you see him out there.
Doing Pokemon was a good idea. What was the other one?
So 3 is from Dragon Quest, 4 is from Yokai Watch, 6 is a Pokemon, I don't know what it's called. 7 is from Monster Rancher, 8 is Yokai Watch as well, and then 9 is Shin Megami Tensei. There are so many of these animal catching games now.
No, that's such a smart idea to do one. Anyway, all right, I'm going to send you my next one through now. So for this one, you need to select all the images of Pokemon.
What is going on with number 3? What is that I'm looking at? I had a feeling we might cross over on the Pokemon front.
I didn't know if you get suspicious, but I kept complimenting how good of an idea you had.
Okay. Well, 1 looks like a Digimon to me. 2 is the guy from It Takes Two.
Yeah.
We might be seeing... Well, 3 obviously is. I think it's probably from Yokai Watch, based on my own research that I was looking for Pokemon rip-offs. 4 we might be seeing later on, so I know that's not a Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think 5 is a Pokemon. 6, I'm unsure. Maybe I should open it up much bigger so I can have a proper look at him. I think 6 might be a Pokemon. 7 isn't. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's from. Maybe it's from Ni no Kuni. It looks kind of Ni no Kuni-like. 8 is Budgie from Pokemon. And 9, that cheeky little fella, is from Ooblets, isn't he? Maybe. So I'm going to say 5, 6, and 8. And I'm locking it in.
You are correct! You basically got it all exactly right. Like, not only getting the ones right, but identifying the other one. So 4, you know, is King's Quest. I knew you'd know that. That's like the
Dragon's
face.
Quest. Dragon's Quest,
not King's Quest. Dragon's Quest, I knew that's like the face of it, basically, like the slime. 7 is Ni no Kuni. And then Yokai Watch is 3, and then 1 is Digimon, called Bibimon, that one's called. And number 3 is called Cheek Squeak.
Cheek Squeak, Yokai Watch, yeah?
Yeah.
Are those games any good? Didn't you play one of those?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's weird. It's like basically all set in like one city, which is quite cool to get to really like learn your way around. But it does get like repetitive in terms of battling compared to story, which is quite light. The show is generally really funny, and I'd recommend watching if you think, it's a kid show, but it's a pretty funny one.
So by peripherals, I mean things that are either intended to be used with a game or with a game's console.
Okay. Right. Number 6 is immediately standing out. Right, I need to open. They open really tiny, don't they? Right. Number 3. So game. I guess would you count a simulator? Like simulators are games, right?
Yeah, it's either a game or a game. If it's used as with a game's console or with a game, then it counts.
Okay. What's number 8? That's the weird one. Number 1, I don't know. Number 4 looks like some sort of like smell sensor thing. I just don't know if that's tied with a game. I don't know if you're going to try and throw me in like these are all to be used with games. I don't know if that's how you're being devious here.
No, none of mine are like that. I did think about that, but I was like, that's not in the spirit of the game, is it, if I do that? So
yeah. So I don't know if like that number 6 is like a bass fishing one. And 5 looks like it's got too many buttons. That might just be like DJ, like hardware.
Well, how many buttons has your keyboard got?
That's true. I guess, PC peripheral. Yeah. But just what for? Number 8. Okay, I'm just going to start poking in the dark. So I think number 1, I think that's like when you've got to wait for your table at a restaurant and that's going to like buzz.
Maybe.
Okay. Number 2, I don't even know what that is. So I'm I'm just going to say, yeah, it is. I'm going to say number 2 is. Number 3
It's a little table. It's a little table.
It is just a table. Yeah, but I think that table is a gaming peripheral.
Okay.
And then number 3 is. Number 4, I'm going to say no. I think it's like a thing for smelling, but I don't think for a game. I'm going to say 5 no. I'm going to say 6 yes, 7 yes, 8 no, 9 no.
Okay, we might have to go through them again because you did it quite quick and I was struggling to keep up.
Okay.
So 1, you said was a restaurant buzzer.
Yeah, 1 no.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
Okay.
It's a restaurant pager.
Very clever.
2, you said it is to do with a game, right?
Yeah, it's a gaming peripheral.
It is an arcade game where the key to the game is you pound your fist on the table and then you flip it. So that is, yes, that is a game peripheral. 3, you said is?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Steel Battalion. Famous giant controller.
The mech game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 is actually a... Do you remember that Yokai Watch fart guy?
Oh, what, cheek screen?
This is for him. No, it's not. It's a Game Boy peripheral.
Oh, it is.
That every time you pick up a coin in Mario Brothers, it shoots a bit of like anesthetic gas, and it's used to put children to sleep in hospital. So it is a peripheral.
So
it's
is
called
it?
the Penny Sedate.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't enhance the gaming. It feels more
Yeah,
like
but it's to be used with a game or a games
it feels
console.
like a medical tool that's activated. But yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, and 5, you said it wasn't.
I said wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, that is a music editing deck.
Yeah.
So, you're
Okay.
right.
Okay.
6 is just a bucket.
Is it not? It's
just a bucket.
You're so devious. I expected
I know.
it was like
devilish. I'm being devilish. 7. Did you say 7 was or wasn't?
I said that was.
Okay, yeah, that is the Kinect Sports.
Yeah.
You can buy a raft to stand in when you play it.
And it does absolutely
just
nothing.
blows up.
But you
it
just
does
stand
absolutely
in
nothing. Yeah, it just
Brilliant.
lays on the floor.
That's a marketing ploy. They call that.
Yeah. 8 was the one you weren't sure what it was.
Yeah, I think I just went with no.
It's a fishing sonar that you use with a Game Boy.
Oh,
so you put the blue bit in a Game Boy.
Mad things for the Game Boy, of all things.
You put the blue bit in the Game Boy, then you throw the yellow bit in the water, and it shows on yours like a fishing radar on the screen. And number 9 is a PS4 controller.
What do you poke the eyes, or what do you do?
No, you turn it over and it's got a controller on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was feeling good. I was getting most of them right until the end.
That was devilish, though, wasn't it?
That was.
Come on.
That was your most devilish one yet. Right, okay. Here's my next one for you. I want to get at least one of these right.
From Software bosses.
I think you get this.
Okay.
I think you'll get this. I've been fair enough on this one.
Okay, I think number 1 is not a From Software boss. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe it's from Doom or something. Number 2 looks like a From boss because it's just weird looking. 3 is not. 3 looks like it could be from that Telltale Jurassic Park game.
Okay.
Well, 4, I know From Software used to make a game called Kingsfield. And that grass colour looks a bit like what it looked like. That's all I've got to base it on. 5, 6, and 7 are just dragons.
You got to go for art style, I guess.
Yeah, maybe 7 looks like it could be from God of War on the PS2. That kind of murky look. 8 looks like a From Software boss. And 9 does not. I don't know what that's from. So I'm going to say 2, 5, 6, 8.
Oh, very close. 5
and 4.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but 4 is, but you were wrong anyway. So 5 and 6 you need to switch around. 5 isn't. 6 is. So
what?
Yeah. So I'll go through them. So number 1, that is Doom Eternal. So
yes, I was right, but I'm still a robot. But yes.
Yeah. Well done on that. Number 2, that is a boss called Bed of Chaos, which is kind of famously one of the worst bosses ever. It's a platforming boss in a game which doesn't have a dedicated jump button, so that was as fun as you expect. Number 3, I was surprised you didn't guess that was Mario. When you control
is
the
it
dinosaur.
Mario Odyssey? Yeah, I can see a bit of his hat if you look.
Yeah, I had to try and crop it out. You were right with Kingsfield, sorry. That was that. Number 5 is Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, well,
Game of Dragons in. Number 6 is Dark Souls 2. Number 7 is Zelda Twilight Princess.
Oh wow, that's really full on for Zelda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And because that's the one with like the dark art style, so that's why I kind of chose it from there. Number 8's from Demon Souls, and then number 9 is Metal Hellsinger.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you know what's funny? I was like, on number 9, I was like, it looks like a light gun game boss. Like
I see.
One of those corny kind of bosses.
Yeah, there's going to be like green weak points on the wings, isn't there?
Yeah. Mate, we've both done these really difficult, haven't we?
You've got one completely right, though.
Is it just harder than we thought it was, maybe?
I mean, the fun's in the guessing. It doesn't matter who gets it right or wrong, says the person who's not got any right.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, coming over.
Select all the images of Final Fantasy characters. Okay, is that Ariana Grande in the middle?
It is, yeah, it is.
And so I'm assuming... Oh, man, like there's got to be a game. There's like music Final Fantasy games.
There is, yeah. Theatre Rhythm, it's called, is the music one.
So, a character. So not their music. These are characters in the lore of Final Fantasy.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Because I know that
you are bang on.
So I know that there was like when they released Final Fantasy 13, there was like some artist that did like a special song for like the trailers and stuff.
Oh no, these aren't. These are characters in the games that are like mentioned by name.
Okay, and then it looks like we just got like Metal Gear Rex at number 6. Number 3 looks like it's a stereotype like con attendee.
And number 9, just so you know, is Vivienne Westwood.
Who's that?
Fashion designer.
Okay.
British fashion designer. Cheers.
Number 7's I don't think that's Final Fantasy. I think that's like too obvious. You're trying to trick me with them. Number 8 looks a bit like a stylized version of someone from like Final Fantasy like 9, I think. Number 2. Oh god, this is tough.
They're devilish. What can I say? I'm being cheeky.
Man, he's just gonna like all be wrong. I think you're trying to like trick me of Ariana Grande. I don't think she's a character. I think she's so weird. Like the fact that she's in that lineup. I don't mean she's weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ariana, if you watch this. I think
the Ariana stans will be coming for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start poking at it. I don't think I can logic my way out of this one. So I'm gonna say 1. 3.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
8, 9.
Okay. And you're locked in.
Sure.
Okay. All of them except for 7 are named Final Fantasy characters.
I was thinking for a second, I was like, oh, is this the one where they all are?
Yeah. No, 7 isn't. So 7 isn't.
Yeah, I know, but
he looks so much.
Almost that.
Do you recognise 7? Do you recognise him?
I don't think so.
He is from The Bouncer on PS2. He's the main character of that game, which is one of the launch games.
Yeah, no, I never played that.
Number 1 is a Cactua, which is in like every Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I recognise that one.
2 is a summon from Final Fantasy 15. I think he's called Titan. 3 is Viv from Final Fantasy 15, who's like a photographer, and you have to go and do missions for him. 4, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's from Final Fantasy 13, and they did a crossover with like Gucci or something. So they photoshopped their heads onto real models. 5 is Ariana Grande obviously from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. That's what she's famous for.
Sorry, let me just put that down. I was just playing that before we started.
You fool.
Yeah.
6 is Magitech Armor, which are in loads of Final Fantasy games. 7 is obviously the Bouncer. 8 is from Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah,
as you said.
I kind of recognise them.
Yep, who's Steiner. And 9, Vivienne Westwood. In Final Fantasy 15, you have a mission to find the wedding dress of your fiance, and they said, I can't believe Vivienne Westwood designed this.
Oh, so she's mentioned.
Technically tied in to Final Fantasy.
So mad. That's so weird.
I know.
So weird. Oh dear. I said a lot of them, so I wasn't a million.
You did all right. Yeah,
off.
you did all right.
Yeah. Right. Here's your next one.
Do you know what? This is not as easy as it looks. This one seems like it'd be really obvious. I don't think it is.
So select all the characters that are in Super Smash Bros. Any of them standing out?
Obviously, our boy in the middle.
I will
Mario.
say, all of the artwork isn't like their Smash Bros artwork. It's just, is this character in Super Smash Bros?
I can see. Can they be in as a spirit, or do they have to be a fighting game character?
These are all like if they're like someone you can play. Like these are on the character select screen.
Okay, let's open this up. Okay, so number 1 I think is from one of the Xenoblade games. And I don't know much about them, so that's a tricky one already. 2 might be Fire Emblem. 3 might be the hunter from Monster Hunter or someone else, but he's kind of got that look about him. Although the background looks like he might be in the Fire Emblem X Persona game. I don't know. 4, I guess, all these anime sword boys. I don't know who they are.
I mean, the point of this challenge, it was like Mario and then his anime mates surrounding him. Like that was my flag. There's just so many anime characters in Smash Bros.
Yeah, so 4 I've got no idea. 5's obviously Mazza, he's in it. 6, another one I don't know. 7 is the hero from Dragon Quest, who I know is in it. 8 is Squall from Final Fantasy. He's not in it. I've got no idea who 9 is, but they look like another Kingdom Hearts-ish, Final Fantasy-ish character. Okay, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7.
So the correct answer is the characters that are in Super Smash Bros. Are Mario. None of the others are.
No! Yeah, that guy in the bottom left is.
No, I swear, I'm just Googling it. I swear he isn't.
He is!
I swear he isn't.
He is! Hang on, I'm Googling it right now.
Super Smash Bros. So he's called...
Hero. Dragon Quest Hero, his name is.
Well,
and there's a picture... The picture you've used is a picture of him from Smash!
He's called Erdrick, no? Erdrick?
Yeah, but in the game, he's called Dragon Quest Hero. And he's in it. I've just sent you a picture from Nintendo of him in the game. It's the same picture you've used in your thing.
Is that like... But is that not like it's multiple characters or something?
No, it's one character and there's 4 costumes.
And
the picture that you picked is the one from the game.
see, I looked through like characters, and so I saw in Dragon Quest he's called Erdrick, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I looked through the names of the Super Smash Bros. Characters just to make sure they're not in it, and his name Erdrick's not in it, you know? It's like saying like, oh, is Mario in it, but they got like Jumpman, but not Mario.
Look, if I knew you were only going to do your half effort for this, then I wouldn't have taken so much time doing it.
Why haven't they changed? Why is it? Oh, okay. I mean, I was... Because that one I was unsure of, because in my head I was like, oh, wait, is he definitely not in? So I really double-checked that they're not in. So I really checked through all of the names... Yeah, that they weren't in it. But you got it wrong anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So
I did get it wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Ruin my joke a bit, though.
Yeah, it did ruin your joke. What are you doing? You have to cut that whole bit out. Right. My final one is also podcast adjacent. Something we talked about during the episode.
Select all of the names of Sonic's mates. Oh, I hate you. God, I hate you so much. Bark the polar bear, Scissor Swordfish, Bean the dynamite, Clomps the horse. Oh, please tell me it's none of them. Lacey the lemur. Oh, you had so much fun coming up with the fake ones for this, didn't you? You're sitting there giggling to yourself, weren't you?
Maybe.
God, the bad thing is they all sound like characters from my books as well. That's the problem. Rota the walrus. Bark the polar bear. That sounds like... I don't think you came up with Bark the polar bear. That's the best one here.
Maybe I did. Maybe I'm actually secretly a Sonic genius.
I like Bark the polar bear. I like that one. They're good. They can stay. So I'm going to say them. Espio the chameleon. Lacey the lemur. So they don't really do alliteration in Sonic, I don't think.
Well, maybe in that case they did.
Or maybe they didn't. Clomps the horse. I think you came up with that. E123 Omega. Is that just like a vitamin? I think I need to have that daily because of my diet. Bean the dynamite, Rota the walrus, Scissor swordfish. Okay, I'm just gonna have to guess here because I don't know. I've never heard any of these in Sonic, so I'm gonna say I think the ones that are Sonic mates. I'm gonna say number 7.
Yep.
I'm gonna say number 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say I was gonna say just 7 and 8.
Okay. And I can now reveal to you, my friend, that you are unfortunately still a robot.
Oh!
As the correct answers are SBO the Chameleon, Rota the Walrus, E123 Omega, Bean the Dynamite, and Bark the Polar Bear.
Oh.
And the other 4, I searched online for Sonic original characters and took them from people's fan arts. So they're real ones
so these
that
are ones people have created. Oh, God. I wasn't
Clogs the Horse. I was like, Clogs the Horse needs to be in a game. That is a great character. So SBO is from like some Knuckles spin-off game. Rota the Walrus is from the fighting game. Bark the Polar Bear is from the fighting game.
Wait a
Being
minute.
the Dynamite
Bark the Polar Bear isn't
well.
a polar bear.
What is he then?
He looks like a... Is he meant to be like a dog?
He's like a white... He's got like a
he's like
scraggly
yellow.
hair, isn't
He's
he?
yellow.
Yeah. I went on the Sonic fandom wiki to find these names.
That is not what I was... He's got like huge, like, also like boxing gloves. That is not what I was expecting for Bark the Polar Bear.
I did actually come up with Scissor Swordfish myself because I wanted to do a fish one because there wasn't any fish ones. So
I guess it's kind of hard for the whole running thing.
Yeah. So at the end of all of that, you're still a robot.
Consistent robot though.
Yeah.
No deviating. Right. Okay. Here's my final. A nice simple one for you. Not too specific and vague like all of these
Select
other ones.
all images of video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which ones of these are video games?
Okay. So number 1 is the animated Donkey Kong show. Number 2 is the Mummy film with the rock in it. Number 3 could be a video game. I think number 3 might be Gran Turismo or Forza. And you've got number 7 as well, another car one. Tricky to know with the cars, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 is maybe something from the Castlevania animated show. It's got that look to it. 5. I've got no idea what 5 is. Have I just seen 5?
You mean you haven't played
Who is that? Who is that?
Oh my God, Ollie, finish Hollow Knight already.
Yeah.
This is after the pig boss.
Okay, I've got no idea what 5 is. 6 is isn't that the like, if you go to the Louvre, they give you a 3DS as a guide and you can walk around with it. I think that's what that is. 7, again, no idea. It's some car game. 8 is Guilty Gear. 9 could be like one of those FMV games. Something about 9 looks quite gamey. Could be like Her Story or something, or one of those. So I'm going to say 3, 7, and 8. 3, 7, and 8. Oh, and 9. 3, 7, 8, and 9.
3, 7, 8, and 9 you think are all video games?
Yes.
Well, my human friends, it's so good that robots and humans can get along. You have proven yourself yet again to be a human.
Oh, yes.
Very
excellent. I could feel
impressive.
it in my human heart was beating with passion there. That's how I got it.
Yeah, and you successfully identified like a lot of what the things are. You're right. Number 4 is from the Castlevania animated show on Netflix. Very impressive. So 3 and 7 are both Forza. But I thought you might think that like, well, one's got to be real, one's got to be a video game. But you worked it out.
I know the bluffing game between us is too stacked. I knew the bluff level.
No, number 5 is from Star Wars: The Holiday Special, and I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not heard of that.
So it's worth. So it's on YouTube. So it's basically a Christmas special where it's like a bunch of Wookiees, like what Chewbacca is. It's like them, and like it's like his like family in the kitchen, and then like in the kitchen, and then it's like they're watching TV, and there's all like Star Wars TV. It's like awful, and it's like being like George Lucas has tried to like banish it, but like it just really has the vibe of like a FMV game of the time.
So what's he doing? Who's that?
He's teaching the baby Chewbacca how to fix a radio or something, but then he starts like sniffing it, and so it's the weirdest thing. Just skip through it and just like. But I will say it's got some like super really problematic stuff in. So just bear that in mind.
It's not aged well.
I mean, it like in terms of just its artistic value, it hasn't aged well, but then also in that other regard. Number 8 is the still today, if you go to the Louvre, you can still, as we're recording this, have a free DS given to you and have like some augmented reality stuff and that. And then number 9 is a FMV game called The Shape-Shifting Detective.
The shape-shifting detective. Also, number 8 is Guilty Gear, right? You just said that was the move.
That's a Guilty Gear Strive. Okay. And so that is a gameplay screenshot. That's not a cutscene or anything. That is what the game... And that game blows my mind for how ridiculously good it looks.
And it's just come to Game Pass 2 days ago.
Oh, really? So I've not played any of them. So I wanted like that and number 4 in together. I thought might be a little... Yeah. Can you work out which one's a game, which one's an animated show?
Right. Well, I mean, other than... sending me one that's not in the game, but he was in the game. That's quite a successful. And also, I won, so it's even better.
Yeah, you got 2 out of 5, and I got. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
No, maybe mine were too devilish.
They were. I mean, like things like the Final Fantasy one. Like I don't play those games. Like they were.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them were like very focused on ones. Like the number 1 I should have got. I think that's the BioShock one. Like, I think that's maybe one looking back.
It was just
like Oddworld and BioShock.
Yeah, like the Oddworld fonts and colours and that. And it was only when I got to the end of BioShock I was like, oh my god, it looks like Oddworld. I didn't realise.
Yeah, really similar.
Pretty cool. Okay, well that'll be that for that one, unless we maybe bring it back. I don't know. Let's see how we got on.
We're prone to.
We are prone to. All right, thanks for watching everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.